Yo, what's going on, family? Shout out to y'all for being in the room early. Welcome in to the Multiply Your Money Masterclass. We are going to get started in about 10 minutes, but I saw y'all were in here early, so I wanted to say shout out to y'all for being in the room early. Can't wait to tap in with y'all. Can't wait to teach you all. So in the meantime, let us know in the chat where y'all calling in from. We are so excited to have y'all here, and we are here live, baby. So yeah, that's right. Early birds. And those just in case y'all didn't want just in case y'all want to know if it was live, today is August 8th and it's 5:44 p.m. This is live, baby. So we in here early, and I love it. So, like I said, we'll be back in 10 minutes to start class. And I can't wait to tap in with y'all. In the meantime, grab a notepad, a sheet of paper, something to take notes with, because we're gonna be giving y'all so much game. It's gonna be ridiculous. See y'all soon. Yo, what's up, family? Welcome in to the Multiply Your Money Masterclass. I am so, what? First of all, what's going on, bro? Like,
Hey, I mean, things
what?
happen. You know
Not
what
like we
I'm
didn't
saying?
agree. We didn't agree on we didn't talk, we didn't say we was wearing suits today. We ain't say, like, what you
I
on, man?
was moving around. You know what I'm saying? It just happened how it happened. You know what I mean? It happened how it happened.
No, I'm about to go change. I'll be right back. I'm not finna get out there like this. Right?
Oh man, y'all see friendly competition. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling, man? Hope y'all having an amazing evening. We are gonna have some fun tonight. We gonna learn. He really went to go change, y'all. Dang, that's
And
crazy.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
I
I had to
was-
take my feet off, but like, bro, like I just wasn't ready for this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
you know, I meant to let you know, how it was going down, but I was moving around all day. But I hope y'all
I
are amazing, man. I hope y'all. How you feeling, brother?
I was feeling great until you came in here and started to show me out. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not about how you look. It's about how you can teach. So we gonna be
I can do that too, though. You know
I
what
know, I
I'm
know,
saying?
I know, I know, I know. Anyway, y'all, welcome into the Multiply Your Money Masterclass. So excited to be here. Do me a favor, y'all. Just drop money in the chat right now if you're ready to multiply your money in 2024. Because that is what this class is about. Just like y'all saw on the landing page when y'all registered, this class is simple. We're gonna do two things. We're gonna teach you how to save $25,000 in taxes. And we're going to teach you how to earn $25,000 from investments. That's the whole goal and point of this class. And that's why you signed up. And that's what you're going to get. Now, people ask us, like, why do we teach this class? Or why is investing and saving on taxes so important? And I never forget, a wise man once told me, if you want to be a millionaire or if you want to be super wealthy, you have to learn how to do two things. You
Mhm.
have to learn how to make your money make money for you, aka have your money make money when you're not around, and you have to keep Uncle Sam out of your pockets. That's
Yes, sir.
like, if you want to be wealthy, you have to do those two things. You have to learn how to multiply your money when you're not working, and you have to learn how to keep Uncle Sam out of your pockets. And y'all gonna learn both of those things
Both
today.
of those things we call that, say a double header. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Call that a double header.
I love it. I love it. I love it, man. Speaking of money, bro. Speaking of money, um, are you down with doing a cash giveaway tonight?
Yeah, you know what? It's Thursday. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. Feeling good, looking better. You know what I mean?
You
Why
looking
not?
like money. I know you got something in that
Why,
wallet, man.
why not? Why not bless the people? But with purpose. With
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. Because one thing I heard that stuck with me. Somebody told me, like, yo, if people don't pay, they don't pay attention,
Mhm.
right? And I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm not here to find out, right? So instead of just asking y'all to pay attention or take this class seriously, we want to pay you all to pay attention. Is that fair? Because, like, we all know this class is free, but let me know in the chat if y'all okay if we pay you all to pay attention. Mia said I'm locked in. Mia
Ah,
said
love it.
in
I love it.
for sure. So this we gonna do, y'all. We gonna do a $500 cash giveaway today. Not $100, not 200, not 300, not 400. We're gonna do a $500 cash giveaway today, and we're not talking about course giveaway or like something value. No, we talk about the money gonna be in your account by tomorrow morning. Okay. Now y'all can let us know in the chat how y'all want to do it. We can do one winner at $500, or we can do two winners at 250. We already got 300 plus people in the room, and we haven't even started teaching yet.
Two. Looks like two is the consensus.
They know math. They know math. They like, yo, I'm playing the odds game, baby. I'm
Yeah.
playing the odds game. So we'll do two winners. And so here's what you have to do to qualify for the giveaway. Number one, you have to be one of the most lit and positive people in the chat, right? So with this Zoom feature, because we have so many people coming to today's class, we can't use the regular Zoom feature. I can see y'all faces, or otherwise I'll tell you I have y'all cameras on. We can't see. So all I can do is see names in the chat. Like, I see Lika, I see Mia, I see Desiree, I see China with two Y's. So the more I see your name in the chat, the more I'm gonna remember it when it comes time to pick the winner. So number one, if you want to qualify for the giveaway, you have to be one of the most lit people in the chat. Now y'all going crazy. Now y'all going crazy. And the second thing you have to do for me is we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, right? We give out game 3 times a week on our YouTube channel. So we want y'all to stay tapped in. So our team's going to pause the chat and give y'all an opportunity to hit that button, subscribe. It'll take 2 seconds. 2 seconds. And if you don't want to win this money, you don't got to do it. But those of you all who want to enter the giveaway, continue learning, hit that button, subscribe to the channel. And G, do you want to give them anything they got to do for this cash giveaway?
Well, here's what I would say, right? They have this saying that they tip you save the best for last. I don't know if the saying's true or not. Like, I'm not here to like debate if that's a true thing or not, but I'm going second when we teach, right? So to win my $500 or to win the $500 of your share of it, you just have to stick around to the end because I'm teaching second. Now, again, they say you save the best for last. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just a general saying that people say. I just happen to be going second, right? So I'll let you do with that what you will. But no, just stay to the end. And if you do so, you will have an opportunity to enter this giveaway. And really, again, everything's with purpose. So the purpose of the giveaway is to jumpstart your investing journey, right? Obviously, we're going to show you how to save some money on taxes, clearly, right? You're going to be able to take that money and use that money to reinvest. But why not be able to get that process started even quicker with taking this 250 and getting started right now? Because everybody's been seeing all these headlines about the stock market crashing and should I sell my investments?
Relax.
Which is the last thing you should do, right? Especially when you don't really even understand what's going on, right? And I'll just give you guys a 30-second overview. So at a very, very high level, what's happening is, right, people historically were able to borrow money at pretty much negative interest rates in another currency, right? And then they take that money and then they go and purchase assets in another currency in the US where assets and prices are valued higher, right? So now what we're seeing is that as the cost of carrying that debt is rising, they're having to sell their investments to cover the debt service, which is creating a sell-off in the market. It doesn't mean the value of these assets are worth anything less. It just means that there's volatility in the market. So this is a great opportunity for you to get investments on sale. NVIDIA it's like still under $100, which is insane.
Crazy.
Right? But in the past 2 days, the market has already rebounded a little bit. So imagine if you got out because you were scared, right? Scared money don't make money. Y'all heard it before. Y'all heard it, right? Everybody in 2020, I missed out, man. I missed out on the pandemic wave. Everybody was getting money. Now is your chance to at least get a little sample of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today. And all I ask is this. We gonna get started, y'all. It's about 6:05. We gonna get started in a second. Can we just all drop the word execution in the chat? Right? And I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for y'all. Right? Please drop the word execution in the chat. Because here's what I know. Some people jump from class to class, right? And they learn all this stuff. But here's what I learned. Most people unfortunately are addicted to education, but allergic to execution. Let me say that again in case y'all missed that. Most people, run that back. Most people in today's society, they're addicted to education, but they're allergic to execution. We didn't come here to entertain you all. We came to educate you all so that you can implement the things that we educate you on. Like information changes situations, but only through implementation. So can we please just agree to execute on the information that y'all get blessed with today? All right.
Simple request. Simple request.
That's all I require. All right, G. Well, I don't want to take up your time or go over. So if it's all the same to you, bro, I think we can go ahead and get started.
By the way, hey, listen, brother. You did.
I appreciate it, y'all. So we're about to get right into it. But let me say this. Can we be a family for the next like 60 minutes? Like, can we be a family? I'm gonna ask y'all some questions. I believe in keeping it hot. I'm gonna keep it humble, open, and transparent. And I'm gonna keep it transparent with y'all. And all I ask is that I hope that y'all can keep it transparent with me. Okay, I see you, Angie. I see you, Fam Bam. I see you, Tanisha. Okay, so here's my first honest question. How many of y'all My family members that say y'all gonna be honest with me now. How many of y'all have came to one of these like free classes or workshops or something? How many of y'all ever came to one of these free classes and they promised they was gonna teach you something, but like all they did was like try to sell you something the whole time? Like, be honest. Like, I was in one 2 weeks ago, and they promised they was gonna teach me something, and I learned nothing. It was a waste of 70 minutes of my life. Like, another thing, like, don't play with my time. Like, playing with my money is tough, but don't play with my time because my time is the only thing I can't get back. Okay, so do me a favor, y'all. Drop this ain't that in the chat, please. Drop this ain't that in the chat. Because during this class, y'all gonna learn a whole lot about money. Y'all gonna learn a whole lot about investing. Y'all gonna learn a whole lot about taxes. Okay. Now, in the spirit of transparency, I do want to say this. At the end of today's class, we are going to give an opportunity to a few of you all to continue learning with us. Okay. At the end of class, we'll give a few of you all the opportunity to continue learning with us. And guess what? That opportunity is going to be a $2,000 investment. Okay. Like cards on the table. And guess what? It's not for everybody, right? It's not for everybody, but that's not important. Your only job is to get as much free game as you possibly can. My job is to give you as much game as I possibly can. And at the end of class, if we've earned it, y'all gonna be like, I want to tap in. Like everybody in this room is grown. When we present the opportunity at the end, like you're gonna know if it's worth it. But don't try to send us any money if we ain't help you for free. Okay? Is that fair? Like I just believe in like transparency. I don't know why more people can't do that. Like that's it. There is no, is Carter and George trying to sell. We ain't got nothing to sell you. We got information to give. And those of you all that don't want the learning to stop, y'all gonna tap in. Those of you all who don't, cool. I'm gonna love y'all anyway. Okay? All right, cool. All right, so let's get right into it, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and we're gonna get busy. All right, so the goal of my session is to help you on your journey to tax-free living. Now, those of you all that don't know who I am, my name is Carter Cofield. I'm a licensed CPA. I've been a CPA for about 10 years, a little over 10 years now, right? And CPA is the highest designation a tax professional can hold. And not only am I a CPA, but I was named the #1 accountant for millennials by the #1 accounting magazine in America, right? Not only that, but they happen to put your boy on the cover, right? Good, great smile, right? And I don't tell you all that to impress you all, but I do understand that we're in a world of noise, and it's really hard for you to understand who you can trust. It's really hard to understand who's a credible source, right? So I'll show you all this slide and just some of the accolades that I have so that you can just have the peace of mind of knowing that you're learning from somebody that has the credibility to teach. Does that make sense, y'all? Because I know it's loud on the internet, but like y'all are with somebody. They wouldn't have put me on the cover of the magazine naming the #1 accountant for millennials if I didn't know a little bit of something. Okay? A little bit. I don't know a whole lot about a whole lot, but I know a lot about this. Okay? So, with that being said, let's get into today's lesson because y'all didn't come for me. Y'all came for the game. Okay? So, let's talk about it. I'm going to give y'all the bad news about taxes, and then I'm going to give y'all the good news because I want to make sure we end on a good note. Okay? So here's the bad news about taxes. The bad news is that the average American, so most of you all in this room, the average American pays 51% of their lifetime income to the IRS. 51% is absolutely outrageous, but that's the average. And just in case you all don't know how much 51% is, 51% is the equivalent of you working the first 6 months of the year for free. So that means, like, because we know the IRS gets their money first. So that means the first 6 months, January, February, March, April, May, June, you are going to work for free. That is sick. Because some of y'all work where it's cold outside. So y'all leaving the comfort, y'all going outside in the cold, in the snow, and y'all working free. That's crazy. Okay. And the last news I want to give y'all is that all the money that you need for your goals and your dreams, you have it, but you're currently giving it away. All the money you wish you had to travel, all the money you wish you had to start investing, all the money you wish you had to get into real estate, all the money you wish you had to start your business. It's not that you don't have it, it's that you are giving it away. And my goal with this class is to help you stop doing that. Okay? So that's the bad news about taxes. Now it's time for the good news. Okay, so everybody like take a deep breath. Like I know y'all are sick right now. I know I just shifted a whole lot of y'all paradigm. But I need y'all to understand this. Okay, that was the bad news. Now here is the good news. Okay, the good news about taxes is that the tax code was not created to make you pay a lot of money in taxes. Like, how many of y'all happy to hear that? The tax code was not created to make you pay a lot of money in taxes. In fact, I'll take it a step further. The tax code is actually a rule book teaching you how to legally avoid paying taxes. Okay? The tax code is actually a rule book teaching you how to legally avoid paying taxes. Here's the problem. Most of y'all can't win the game because you don't know the rules of the game. In other words, you can't win the game if you don't know the rules. Okay? So my goal with this class is again to give you the rules of the game so you can start winning the game. Okay? That's my goal with this class. So before I get into the two rules I need you to learn, I want to keep this transparency thing going, right? So if it's all the same to you, I would love to be extremely transparent with you all. Like extremely transparent with you all. Like I might cut off this Instagram live because I don't know if I want them to see it. Okay. Okay. So y'all families, y'all keep this in the room. Like just keep this in the room. All right. So here is a copy of my 2021 tax return. Like, this is a legit screenshot of my tax return. I don't know how many people, gurus or influencers or whatever on the internet will show you a copy of the tax return, but I'm willing to show you because I want to show you what's possible. Okay. So in 2021, we had two businesses and we did about $800,000 collectively in the two businesses that we had. So we did 270 in one, 510 in the other. So we had about $800,000 in revenue in 2021. God is great. Okay. Now, does anybody remember the average percentage of people paying taxes? Does anybody remember that? What percent the average person pays in taxes? Who trying to win this cash giveaway at the end? There we go. I see you, Rashid. I see you, Patricia. I see you, Janine. Okay, cool. So 51%. So let's think about that. If I earned $800,000 and the average American pays 51% in taxes, how much of my tax bill have been? That's right. I see it in the chat already. That means I should have had a tax bill of $400,000. Like, could y'all imagine cutting somebody a check for $400,000 who ain't help you make the money? That is diabolical, right? But that's what a lot of people are doing. But we didn't pay that because we understand the rules of the game. So here's what happened when we filed taxes, right? We owed the state of Illinois $4,238. So we had a state tax bill of $4,000. But if you look at above, we also got a federal tax refund of $14,586. Ain't that wild? Like $14,000 tax refund. And some of y'all like, how? Some of y'all like, how is it possible that someone could earn more money than me while simultaneously paying less taxes than me? Like, how is that legal and how is that possible? And when I show people this slide, one or two things happen. Some people, they get mad at the player and say wealthy people are crooks, they should go to jail, they don't pay taxes, so they get mad at the player. Other people, they say the tax code is only meant for wealthy people to get wealthy. Wealthy is not meant for the middle class or whatever. So other people, they get mad at the game. I would encourage you, don't do neither. Okay? Don't hate the player. Don't hate the game. Simply learn the game. So what? So you can win the game. Because I promise the tax code don't care if you're black, yellow, white, Hispanic, Mexican, Asian. It don't care what you are. There is no race when it comes to tax code. Do you know the rules? Are you implementing the rules? Period. Okay? So now that y'all understand that, let's talk about the only two rules you need to learn, right? I'm not here to make taxes complicated. I'm not here to make this thing hard on y'all. I'm just here. There are only two rules you need to learn if you want to win the game of taxes, okay? Here go rule number one. The tax code was not created to benefit employees. I'm sorry, Okay. The tax code was not created to benefit employees. The tax code was created to benefit entrepreneurs and investors. That's it. It was not made to benefit employees. It made to benefit entrepreneurs, investors, people with the side hustle, 1099 contractors. That's it. Some of y'all are like, why? Because the government is going to reward people that stimulate the economy. Simple as that. As an entrepreneur, every time I create a job, that's one less job the government has to create. As an entrepreneur, every time I create a job, that's one less person on welfare, right? So if you help the government do their job if you do the government job for them, they'll gladly give you tax breaks. If you do everything the government wants you to do, they will even allow you to live tax-free. So you need to become an entrepreneur or an investor if you want to start saving on taxes, period. Okay? Or start a side business, whatever. All right? So that's rule number one. You can't win the game unless you're on the right team. So all my W-2 employees in the room, start the side business, because if I'm gonna keep it real, one source of income is too close to no sources of income. Like y'all saw in like 2020 what happened. One source of income is not going to cut it. So if you only have a W-2 job, you need to start the side business. Okay, that's rule number one. Now, here's rule number two. Okay, here's rule number two. One of my favorite rules. If you want to win the game of taxes, you have to understand the rules of write-offs, y'all. You have to understand the rules of write-offs. Now, another transparency moment, right? I want to see if y'all want to be y'all gonna be honest with me. How many of y'all have heard the word write-off, but you don't really know what it means? Like you like, who do I write it? Like who am I writing it to? What are we talking about, right? All right, cool. Just in case, I just want to make sure. So let me teach you how write-offs work, then I'll teach you what write-offs are. Okay. So here's how write-offs work. If you make $100,000 in income, guess what? You have to pay taxes on all $100,000 of income that you generated. That's obvious. But here's the thing. If you have $100,000 of income, but you have $30,000 of write-offs, guess what? You only have to pay taxes on the $70,000 that's left. Okay? You don't have to pay tax on the whole 100. You only have to pay taxes on the 70,000 that's left. So what that means is that the more write-offs you get, the lower your income is, and the lower your income is, the less taxes you pay. In other words, the more write-offs you get, the less taxes you pay. Does that make sense? The more write-offs you get, the less taxes you pay. So now the question is, Carter, how can I find as many write-offs as humanly possible? And that's what I'm going to teach you in a second. Okay. So before I can help you find write-offs, we have to understand what a write-off is. So we now know how they work. Now let's talk about what a write-off is. And this is a screenshot from the IRS tax code. This is not something that Carter says that he thinks is going to work. This is something from the IRS tax code, okay? It says, allows a deduction for all ordinary and necessary expenses paid or incurred during the taxable year in a trade or business. In English, what they're saying is, if you have a business, if you have a side business, if you're a 1099 contractor, guess what? Any expense that is both ordinary and necessary for you to operate your business, you can write that expense off on your taxes. Okay? Any expense that you can prove was both ordinary and necessary for your business, you get to write that expense off on your taxes. And guess what, y'all? Who gets to decide whether an expense is ordinary or necessary for our business? Does the IRS get to decide whether expense is ordinary or necessary, or do we get to decide with our creativity on if something's ordinary or necessary? Okay? So let's do an example. So if I'm using my cell phone, right, in my business to call my customers, to call my employees, to post content, if I'm using my cell phone in my business to call my customers, to call my employees, will my cell phone qualify as ordinary and necessary to operate my business? Like, I can't operate my business if I have no way of reaching out to my employees or my customers. So now I get to write off a portion of my cell phone. And guess what? I also get to write off a portion of my cell phone bill every single month. Huh, that's interesting. So what else? So what about this MacBook? What about this computer I'm on right now? If I'm using the computer to teach a class for my business, and I'm using the internet in my home to get internet to teach this class, would that mean both my computer and my internet could be tax deductible in my business? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So here's the thing. Some of y'all are having the exact same epiphany that I had 10 years ago. And here's the epiphany. I said, wait a second, wait a second. You mean to tell me that most personal expenses immediately become tax deductible business expenses once I start the business? Yo, wait a second. So you mean to tell me most of the things I'm already paying for right now will become tax deductible in my business once I start the business? So like when I learned this, y'all, what do y'all think I did? When I learned this concept, what do y'all think I did? Because look, you don't gotta tell me nothing twice. You don't gotta threaten me with a good time, okay? I started the business, right? Because I understand that once I start the business, I can turn my personal expenses into business expenses. And instead of me paying my bills, the IRS can come help me pay my bills. So I said, say less. So I started the business. So I'm gonna walk you all through an example of how I got rid of like, would y'all like me to show y'all an example of how to wipe out $100,000 in income? Like to go from having $100,000 in income to no income? Would y'all like me to show y'all that right quick? All right. All right, y'all. So those on Instagram Live, you can't see this because I can't share my screen. So y'all gonna either have to join the Zoom room, link in my bio, or y'all just have to like listen. So we're gonna see. All right, cool. So here we go. So my second year in business, right? My second year in business, I earned $100,000 in income, right? A little under actually, but close enough. About $100,000 in income. Now, I was in the 30% tax bracket. We federal taxes, state taxes, self-employment taxes. I was in the 30% tax bracket. So that means that I had a $30,000 tax bill. Like somebody just dropped too much in the chat. Like somebody dropped too much. Like 30,000, bro. That's 30% of my money. That's crazy. Right? So instead of getting mad, I decided to get smart. So let me show y'all how I leverage write-offs to lower my taxes. All right. So the first thing I did is I turned most of my personal expenses into business expenses. So my cell phone bill, my computer, my internet, my travel, my meals, right? All those things that were personal expenses now became tax deductible business expenses because I started my business. Okay. So I had $10,000 in write-offs for personal expenses turned business. So I had $10,000 worth of personal expenses turned business expenses. That's number one. Now, here's number two. Has anybody ever heard of the QBI deduction? Let me know in the chat. Has anybody ever heard of the QBI deduction? So to make a long story short, the government always looks to entice people to start businesses. So they come up with tax deduction to entice people to become business owners. But this one was crazy. They came out with a QBI deduction that basically says, if you're a business owner, we're gonna give you a 20% tax deduction just for being a business owner. So we're gonna let you write off 20% of whatever you make via the QBI deduction just for having a business. So let me get this straight. If you're a W-2 employee earning 100,000, you get no QBI deduction. But if you're a business owner earning 100,000, you get a $20,000 tax deduction just for having a business. Like when I tell you the tax code was made for entrepreneurs and investors, this is not a joke. So I got a $20,000 tax deduction just for being a business. All right, just for being a business owner, and y'all can get that too. And if you're a previous CPA and add this to y'all tax return, boy, you better call them up and choke them. You better call them up. Now, here's the next thing. I don't know about y'all, but like nobody in my family was a business owner, right? So I didn't know how to operate a business. I didn't know how to market. I didn't know how to sell. I didn't know how to be a CEO. I didn't know how to create SOP. I ain't know none of that. So I invested a lot of money in courses and education and conferences because I needed to learn how to become a better business owner. Now, let me ask you all this. Is education tax deductible? Is education tax deductible? Yes, no, maybe so. Well, the answer is it depends. So the traditional type of education is not tax deductible. Like, ain't it crazy how society convinced us to spend $100,000 for education to go learn from somebody who was not doing the thing that we want to do and who's damn sure not making the money we try to make? We were like convinced to go to college and pay $100,000 to somebody who ain't doing what we want to do and who ain't making the money we want to make. And guess what? College tuition is not deductible. You get a small deduction, but once you make over $70,000, you phase out. So usually you can't deduct it. So college tuition is not tax deductible. It's crazy, right? But you mean to tell me I can go pay a billionaire like Tony Robbins to teach me about business and development? You mean I can pay a multi-millionaire like Alex Hormozi to teach me about marketing? You mean I can pay for these conferences, I can go meet these people, I can pay for their coaching, for people actually doing the work, and that type of education is 100% tax deductible to me. Wow. So education related to your business is 100% tax deductible. So the money you're spending on courses, the money you're spending on books, the money you're spending on conferences, the money you spend for coaches, that is 100% tax deductible to you. So the right type of education is tax deductible. So I spent about $10,000 on my business education, all right, which was 100% tax deductible. Now, here's the next thing, y'all. Here's the next thing. I got to keep going. I'm running out on time. So if you have a business and you have a home office, aka a dedicated place in your home where you solely work, did you know the IRS will let you write off your mortgage or a portion of your mortgage? For all my people that rent, did you know there's a way for the IRS will allow you to write off your rent? Did y'all know that? Okay. So it's two things you got to do. All right. If you are a business owner, number one, and you have a dedicated place where you solely work, you are able to write off your rent or mortgage via the home office deduction. Okay. So the IRS will let you write off a portion of your rent or mortgage every single month, and that portion depends on the size of your office space. Now, y'all, can y'all handle a quick gym? Can y'all handle a quick gym? I'll give y'all a quick one. If you have a 2-bedroom and you're living alone, why don't you do yourself a favor and turn the master bedroom into your office and turn the guest bedroom into your actual bedroom? Because the whole crib is yours. But when you do this, you can increase or even double your home office deduction because more space is dedicated to your business. Y'all ain't ready for me tonight. I'm gonna just keep it moving. Y'all ain't ready for that tonight. So for me, I got a $1,000 per month deduction, aka a $12,000 deduction for writing off my rent or mortgage because I had a business. You get a $12,000 tax deduction for working from the crib. And the crazy thing is, some of y'all have been working from home since COVID. and y'all still ain't maximized this deduction yet. Let me tell y'all something. Ignorance is not bliss. Don't let, like, our parents gotta stop sending us off. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is expensive. And some of y'all have been paying the ignorance tax bill too much for too long. But it's okay because you're in the right place at the right time with the right person. Okay. So let's keep it moving because I gotta wrap and pass it to George. Okay, so now I don't have a lot of time to talk about vehicles, but there are ways that the IRS will allow you to write off your vehicles in your business. Okay. Now, the IRS allows you, if you use your business for 50% or more for your business, you are able to write off a portion of all the expenses related to your vehicle. So that means you get to write off a portion of your car note, interest on your car note. You get to write off a portion of your lease payments, a portion of your insurance, a portion of your gas, a portion of your parking, a portion of your car washes, car details, a portion of repair, all that on top of something called depreciation. Now, depreciation is one of my favorite deductions in the world. I don't have time to go over it today, but basically the IRS says, we understand that your car is a depreciating asset. So we're going to give you a tax deduction today for your car losing value in the future. Like, don't threaten me with a good time. They said, we'll give you a tax deduction today for your car losing value in the future. How much? You are able to write off. The IRS gives you a depreciation deduction of $20,200 the first year you put the vehicle into service. So you get a $20,200 deduction for your vehicle on top of interest on your car note, gas, parking, repairs, maintenance, oil changes, car washes, gas, all that. So for me, my first year, I was geeked up. I got a $25,000 tax deduction for my car that I was already paying for. Okay? I'm telling y'all, it gets deep. It gets deep, but I got to keep it moving. So here's the last thing, y'all. Here's the last thing. One of my favorite quotes is, the more you invest, the less you pay the IRS. Right? Write that down. The more you invest, the less you pay the IRS. So what do I mean by that? Did you know as a business owner, you can set up your own retirement account? It's called a solo 401k. Okay? And guess how much it costs to set up a solo 401k in your business? It's a little expensive, but just guess. 1,000? 110K? It's free. It is 100% free to set up a retirement plan for your business. And here's the dope thing about solo 401k. It's better than an IRA. It's better than a Roth IRA, because here's the thing. You can put away up to $23,000 per year into your solo 401k. $23,000 per year into your solo 401k. But wait, it gets better. Not only can you put $23,000 into the solo 401k, but guess what? The IRS is also going to give you a $23,000 tax deduction for you putting this money in your solo 401k. So you get to put $23,000 for your financial future and get a tax deduction at the same time. Somebody drop tax free in the chat if y'all learning something, man. Somebody drop tax free in the chat if y'all learning something. So let's do a recap and I got to go. So we got a $10,000 tax deduction for turning personal expenses into business expenses. We got a $20,000 tax deduction for the QBI deduction. We got $10,000 for education. We got a $12,000 write-off for rent and mortgage. We got a $25,000 write-off for our car. And we got a $23,000 tax deduction for investing in ourselves, bringing us to $100,000 worth of write-offs. Okay? We now have $100,000 worth of write-offs. But wait a second. We made $100,000 in our business, and now we also have $100,000 worth of write-offs. So what does that mean? Oh, that means we wiped out all of our income, which means we wiped out all of our taxes. So we went from having a $30,000 tax bill to having a $0 tax bill. And to put the icing on the cake, we didn't have to spend no more money. This is the same money we're already spending, but we got to deduct it in our business to go from more than $30,000 in taxes to zero. And that's my time
Oh, okay. So
on the
just because
dot.
I had on a suit jacket, you figured you was gonna take the spice level up a little bit.
Hey, look, man,
Okay.
the people want to learn, so I have to give them what they deserve, man.
Okay. Hey, y'all drop tax free in the chat. Y'all learn a little something about a little something. Did he teach today? I'm curious. I mean, I was over here listening. I just want to know what y'all thought. I see a lot of tax free, so I'm gonna take that as my man came what he had to do. Amazing. All right, y'all. So again, we gonna keep this show rolling, man. As we mentioned, we're doing a $500 cash giveaway at the end of my session, right? So make sure you stick around. I'm gonna show you how to take that tax refund that Carter just showed y'all how to get and be able to invest that so your money can start working for you. So you don't gotta work so hard. How many of y'all don't want to work so hard? Y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? Like have your money do a little bit of the heavy lifting. You know what I'm saying? Would that be okay? All right, cool. So I'm gonna keep this party going. I'm gonna keep the energy high. I'm gonna keep the momentum flying, and we're gonna jump right into it. Welcome to my part of today's discussion: the blueprint to retiring rich 3 times faster than traditional financial advice. Somebody drop fast in the chat. Y'all like doing stuff fast? I like doing stuff just a little bit faster than normal. I'm gonna put it in present mode so y'all can see my slides really well. The team always gets on me about that. And some of y'all might be on mobile, so we're gonna give y'all the full experience, right? So again, this presentation is not about myself, it's not about Carter, but we understand that it's important to understand who you're listening to, right? So I want to share just a few quick highlights. So I am currently a contributor for Forbes magazine. I am one of the top 100 advisors in the nation. As a matter of fact, well, I'm not going to click it. I already made a big screen. But if y'all Google George Acheampong Investopedia Top 100, you'll see that I'm one of the top 100 advisors in the nation out of over 100,000 ranked advisors. And I'm the number one advisor in my home state of North Carolina, Charlotte to be more specific. Anybody from NC in the building, let me know. But again, that's just so you guys can understand who you're listening to and that you can let your guard down and know I'm about to give you some sauce. Somebody say no sauce sold separately. You know how you go to McDonald's or you go to well, I don't eat at McDonald's no more, but you go to a fast food restaurant and they try to give you like one sauce and you ask for another one, they try to hit you for like 30 cents. Like, if y'all don't give me an extra sauce, right? No sauce sold separately, y'all. We gonna make sure y'all leave with something. Y'all seen that Denzel clip that's been viral for like the past 5 years? I'm leaving with something. Y'all gonna leave with something today, I promise you that. But as I mentioned, though, execution is on you guys, right? Execution is on you. If it was just about information, we would all be billionaires with six packs. How many of y'all got a workout program 10 years ago that if you stuck to it, you'd be in the best shape of your life right now? Say me, right? How many of y'all got an investment tip or knew that if you would actually took action on something 3, 4, 5 years ago, you'd be a lot further along? Say me in the chat, right? Like, that's the thing. It's not about the information. Are me and Carter going to bless you guys with some amazing information, some amazing strategies that you can 100% take advantage of? Yes. But if you don't take advantage of it, then the information is useless, right? So as Carter mentioned, we like to keep it honest, right? Humble, open, and transparent. Like we all didn't start out having it all figured it out, knowing exactly what to do. I certainly didn't, right? So I wanted to set the tone so that I can dispel any limiting belief around what's possible for you. Because some of y'all might make a little bit of money, some of y'all might make a lot of money and are still trying to figure out how can I be a better steward over those resources. I hear about people talking about Nvidia and all these different stocks and how to invest in real estate. And I want to figure out how I can make my money work for me, right? So I can work a little less. But it wasn't always like that for me, right? So what you're looking at is a screenshot of one of my bank accounts. This had to be, I don't know, probably it's definitely over 10 years ago, probably like 13 years ago. But I screenshotted it because I knew that I wanted to remember this moment. I knew that my bank account wouldn't always look like that, right? I actually have on my iPhone something called a never again folder, right? And that never again folder is filed away examples of all the positions, all the moments in time of my life that I would never find myself in that situation again. How many of y'all have ever logged into your online bank account and said, I can't believe I let myself get to this point, right? Knowing that you maybe made some bad financial decisions and money's a little bit tight. Anybody ever been there before? Only me? Okay, I thought we could be honest and open in here, right? How many of y'all have been in a situation in general where it's like, I am destined for more and I cannot allow myself to ever be here again? And that's what I want to make sure that after this class, you never have to say that I don't know how to invest. I never have to say I missed out on the opportunity to make my money work for me. I never missed out on the opportunity to understand how to be a world-class investor. Is that cool? Would y'all like to walk away with this class understanding how to invest and be smarter than most of the gurus online so that you can go from my situation, right, having less than $200 combined in the check-ins and the savings. You remember that Kevin Hart stand up, but he was like, I got a check-in and a savings and I got to move some stuff around. Like that was both the check-in and the savings. That's crazy. How do you go from that to making having an investment account that can make over $12,000 in a single day? Right? Now, again, I don't share this to brag. I share this because guess what? By the end of today, you guys are going to understand how to be able to do the exact same thing. Right? And this is the type of stuff that I share with my friends, my family, and my clients. And I love the responses that I get. Right? One of my friends sent me a text saying, look, my investment account gained $4,800 without me doing a thing. Right. Another one of my clients said she was going to buy an island. She said, look, my money going so crazy. I'm ready to stack this money up and buy me an island. I had another client that reminded me that they were about to retire at the end of last year, and that was going to put them at retirement 25 years faster than traditional retirement advice. Somebody say faster, right? If you want to learn the game on how to build wealth the right way. But in order for us to do that, the first thing I want you guys to understand is that the value of anything is the amount of life you are willing to trade for. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I mean by that. Okay. All right. Drop me in the chat if you can see my screen. Drop me in the chat if you can see my screen. I just want to make sure. Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. So the value of anything is the amount of life you're willing to trade for, right? Many of us, whether you have a business or you have a job, right? You have to do what? You have to go to work, you do work, and you trade some time and they give you some money, right? And so if we want to figure out what the value of our life is worth, what the value of our time is worth, we got to see how we back into that equation, right? So this is what we're going to do. We are going to do a little bit of math, okay? So I did some research and I saw that the average American makes about $50,000 a year. I'm sure some of y'all make a lot more than that. Some of y'all might make right around that, maybe make a little bit less. Doesn't really matter. These are just averages, right? The average American makes $50,000 a year. And what we want to figure out is what their time is worth. So if we know how much the average American makes, we know that the average American works about 40 hours a week and they work about 50 weeks a year. If they're lucky, they get 2 weeks vacation. So we multiply 40 times 50 weeks in a year. That's going to give us 2,000 hours, right? Now what we want to figure out is what is one single hour worth. This is going to be an interactive part of the discussion. So somebody let me know in the chat, what's 50,000 divided by 2,000? Quick, pull out that iPhone. I know y'all got that iPhone. Pull out that iPhone. Let me see what we got going. 25, right? So $25 an hour is what this person's time is worth. Now, it's not what their pastor tells them they're worth or their mom or their spouse, right? This is just what the marketplace is saying they're worth relative to the amount of income that they earn. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's just a number that we need to get clear on. Why? Because this is going to help us understand how much of our life we are trading to get the things that we say we value, right? So I did some more research and I saw that there's 3 big expenses that most people have, where they live, what they drive, and what they eat. How many of y'all feel like y'all spend too much money on eating out? Right? Too many Uber Eats, too many DoorDashes. But for the sake of this presentation, we're going to go with the car. And I saw that the average car payment was about $500, right? And that means you're probably going to spend, give or take, and this is me being generous, about $200 on gas. This is me being really generous, saying that you're a good driver. And your car insurance is only about $100. But I know some of y'all can't drive. I know it's more than that, but I'm going to let y'all live. And so before this presentation, if I said, how much is your car costing you, might say $800, right? You might say, my car is costing me $800 a month. Dang, that's a lot, not including maintenance and anything else that comes up, right? Car washes. But my car on average cost me about $800 to keep up. But now I want you to tell me what the cost of your actual car is, right? Since you know that your time is worth $25 an hour and you have to trade the $25 an hour you earn to pay for the car, somebody tell me in the comments how much your car is worth, please. What's 800 divided by 25? Going once, come on. 32. 32 what? 32 hours of your life. That is what your car costs you. Every time you swipe that card for online banking, every time you swipe that card for DoorDash, every time you swipe that card to go on that trip, that is what it's cost. It's not costing you $20, $50, $100, or whatever the cost of the item is. You're trading hours of your life for that thing. Now I get it. Everybody likes to get fly. Everybody likes to travel. Everybody wants to eat good. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't spend money on anything, but I think it's important to understand that we absolutely have to be better stewards over our money because we are trading hours of our life for stuff to flex on somebody else, to get our pictures off on the gram, right? So we got to be more mindful of the money that we're spending and how we're spending it, okay? Because here's the reality, right? In this example, how many of y'all think this person, or let me ask you this. Do you get 32 hours worth of use out of your car every month? Yes or no? Or is it in the garage or in the driveway most of the time? So you mean to tell me that in a lot of cases, people are spending money to maintain a lifestyle for things that they're not even getting the maximum benefit out of? I got to give up 32 hours of my life, which is nearly an entire week of work for a car that I'm barely driving 1 hour a week. Now that's crazy. That's what we call the liability side of the equation, okay? Now, what we want to do is we want to talk about the asset side of the equation. Now, we want to remember one thing, because one thing still remains true in this example, that the person's time is still worth $25 an hour. The only difference is instead of them spending that $25 an hour to make those car payments, pay that gas, right, and keep that car insurance, we're going to say, what would it look like if they spent their money to purchase assets? So I'm currently writing this using an Apple Pencil, streaming on an iPad, streaming it on a MacBook, using an iPhone as a calculator, right? So it's safe to say that Apple is a company that we're all familiar with. And for all intents and purposes, I want to keep it simple. I want to make the math real easy. Let's say that you can buy one share of Apple, and a share represents a unit of ownership, a slice of the company that you can own. Let's say that a share of Apple represents $100, right? So I want somebody to help me out. If I'm on the asset side of the equation and I decide to buy a share of Apple, what happens every time I buy one share of Apple? Let me know in the comments. What happens every time I buy one share of Apple? With the logic I just shared with you, 4 hours. That's correct. I buy back 4 hours of my life, right? So when I spend money on liabilities, I have to trade my time, right, to buy something. But when I spend money on assets, I'm buying back my time for it to continue to compound. So let me ask you this question. That card that we just talked about, and I get paid to count. I do not get paid to draw. So you can judge me if you would like, right? But this is for all intents and purposes. We're going to say this is a car. When you spend money on that car, right, 5 years from now, is it going to go up in value or down in value? Let me know. Is the car going to be worth more or less in 5 years? Let me know in the comments. It's going to be worth less, right? Now, when you buy shares of Apple, and yes, that is a leaf, and that is a stem, and you will not judge me. When you buy shares of Apple today, is it going to be worth more in 5 years or is it going to be worth less in 5 years? Let me know in the comments. It's going to be worth more. Okay, so let me get this straight. When I spend money on liabilities, in the future, the investment will be worth less. But when I spend money on assets, in the future, the investment will be worth more. So you mean to tell me if I invested $100 into Apple in 2024, in 2029, you mean to tell me even if I don't invest another dollar, my money is going to be worth more money 5 years from now? That's the whole game of investing, my friends. It's not about what hot stock you choose. It's not about Nvidia, Google, Facebook, Tesla, Amazon. All investing is a redirection of how you allocate your financial resources. What most people do is they get paid, they take the money, and then they go buy stuff, and the money dies. What I do is I get paid, I take the money, I buy investments, the investments grow, and then I let my investments buy the stuff. Why? Because now that means eventually me being able to live my lifestyle isn't contingent upon me working because my money is working for me. If you look at your money as seeds, and instead of eating the seeds, right, what most people do, they get the money from paycheck and they consume it. If you plant the seed, let the tree grow into an apple tree that's going to produce the harvest every single year. Guess what? Every year, that same tree, you get to pick those apples over and over and over and over again. But some of us have a problem with delayed gratification. Okay. Now, y'all mind if I keep teaching? That was just the appetizer. I just want to make sure y'all have the right frame of understanding why we must invest. Okay. Every asset you own is a second, minute, hour, or year towards buying back your time. Okay. And that's the reason why we got to invest. No other reason other than the fact that, did you know that if you don't learn how to make your money work while you sleep, that you got to work until you die? And nobody wants to work until they die. Right? Did you know that you can sleep in a little later? You can hit that snooze button as long as your money wakes up early. Did you know that? Okay. Well, now you do. All right. Freedom is for sale, y'all, if you're willing to pay the price. It's literally for sale. I think my presentation skipped around on me. So it was getting so good, they wanted me to wrap this up. There we go. All right. So let's talk about unlearning something, right? So the first thing is, I want you guys to unlearn this idea that retirement is about age, right? A lot of people think that retirement is about age, and they subconsciously learn this idea of the 40-40-40 plan. And what the 40-40-40 plan is you work 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life. And if you do everything right, you'll be able to live off $40,000 a year in income. Now I'm gonna let you know how I backed into these numbers, right? So no one's gonna argue with me that 40 hours a week is a standard work week. That's what most people work, right? Now, how did I arrive that people are going to be working for a minimum of 40 years? Well, what I found is that the average person around age 25, they might not have their dream job, right? But at 25, they're starting to make consistent income, right? And most people don't get the luxury or privilege of stopping working until they're 65. So I'm no mathematician, but if you take 25 plus 40, what does that equal? 65. So that means that they're working 40 years of their life to be able to finally retire at age 65, right? And then if they do everything right, I mean, absolutely everything, put away at least 10% of their income, if they're making average money, then they'll have $1 million at retirement. What most people don't realize is that's not enough. And I'm going to explain to you in a minute why it's not enough, right? So drop me in the chat if you've ever heard anybody say anything like this online. Invest $400 a month into the stock market, right? Earning about 7%. And in 40 years, you'll have $1 million at retirement. Drop me in the chat if you've ever heard anybody say anything like that. I'm just curious. I just want to know. Now, the good news is they're not wrong. That's the good news. The bad news is that is too long. Some of y'all don't want to wait 40 more days. Y'all trying to figure out how y'all can get out of the job now. Y'all trying to figure out how my business can make more money or something because you're tired. You're not trying to wait 40 years, right? Somebody say too long in the chat. That's way too long. And here's the thing. Even if you did that and you accumulated $1 million at retirement like that blueprint has laid out, that means you're only going to be able to withdraw $40,000 a year following regular retirement advice. Because there's this rule that says if you don't want to run out of money, it's called the 4% rule, that you can only withdraw 4% a year. So what's 4% of $1 million, y'all? 40,000. And most people are following the 40-40-40 plan, and they still don't get what they want when they retire. But the good news is you're here, and that's not going to be you, right? That's not going to be you. Now, I do want to educate you guys on how to find your number just so you have that information. But ultimately, I'm going to show you a way to get there much faster. Okay. So first thing you got to figure out is how much money do you need to live your current desired lifestyle in retirement. So you need $3,000 a month, 4,000, 5, 10,000, whatever your monthly income number is that you need coming from investments, right? That's the first target you got to figure out. Then you multiply that monthly number by 12 because there's 12 months in a year. And then once you have that annual number, when you multiply that by 25, As long as you have 25 times your annual income need, you can safely retire, right? So retirement has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with assets. It's just a number, but we're conditioned to think the American way is I start working, I get a good job, I climb the ladder, I grow, I grow, I grow. And then after giving 40 years of my life away, then I look up and I wake up, right? And then I can maybe start living a little bit if I did everything perfectly. But again, that if you did everything right, that still might not be enough for you, right? So we got to figure out an alternative path, and we got to unlearn the traditional way of doing things. Now, here's the truth, right? It really is just math. So the reason why it takes most people 40 years to hit $1 million in their investments is because if you make $50,000 a year and you do everything right, and let's say you can maybe allocate 10% of your income, that's going to be about $5,000 a year, right? So because of the dollar amount that you can allocate to invest, it's just going to take you a long time to hit that target, right? That's just math. But when you become the asset and you become more valuable to the marketplace, and on top of that, you become a good steward over your resources, guess what? I double my income. I double my savings rate. I didn't say I'm putting all the 100,000 into saving and investing. I just doubled my savings rate from 10 to 20%. And now what? I've quadrupled the amount of money that I can invest every year. Do you think you might get to your target a little faster if you were able to put away 4 times more money? Probably so, right? Now, this isn't a class on teaching you how to start your side hustle or grow and scale your business. I'm just showing you this so that you can put it in perspective that if I'm a good steward over my financial resources, I don't have to follow the traditional path and wait till I'm 65. Okay. Now I want to give you something really, really insightful and really, really tactical. So you can say, I came to this class and George really taught me something. Is that okay? All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to teach you how to build a portfolio in 5 minutes following what I like to call the Burger King investment strategy. So if you have your notes out, if you have your pen ready, now is the time. Okay. So you might be asking yourself, what in the world does Burger King have anything to do with investing? Well, let me share it with you. So McDonald's spends millions of dollars a year determining where they're going to put the next McDonald's, right? McDonald's is in the real estate business, so they pay a lot of attention to foot traffic and just where is going to be the best place to put this location. Now, how do you think Burger King decides where they're going to put their next location, right? They put it in proximity or close or across the street from McDonald's. Why? Because they say, well, look, if McDonald's already did all the heavy lifting, I'm going to just put my store across the street and surely, right, I'm going to benefit from some of that traffic as well, right? It's okay to copycat as long as you're copying the right cat, right? Now, what does this have to do with investing? Well, what this has to do with investing is there are companies, and I'm going to show it to you, like Vanguard, Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, and they spend millions, tens of millions a year, if not billions, researching which investments they should be selecting for their various funds, right? And so, me, I'm an investor, I'm a professional investor by trade, but I don't have the level of resources that they have. And so what I said is I was like, I wonder what happens if I would pay attention to what these big investment institutions are doing, right? Like Vanguard. And did you know that there are these investment instruments called ETFs and index funds that work a lot like the mall in your favorite city? If you go to the mall in your favorite city, it probably has hundreds of stores in the mall, right? Some stores are more popular than other. Some stores are more successful than other. But if you own the mall, right, and a few of those stores weren't doing that well, or even if a few of those stores closed down, do you think the mall in itself is closing down? Absolutely not. How many times have you went into a mall and it's a store with no traffic, but the mall is on, the mall is open, the mall is alive and well, right? That's the same way ETFs and index funds work, right? Vanguard is going to choose 500 of the top companies to put inside of this fund. And guess what? All you got to do? All you got to do is click the buy button. They did the research. You get a chance to copy the right cat, right? You don't have to look at charts all day. And as you can see, year to date, this fund has done 16.58%. What does that mean? If I put my money in this fund and didn't touch it, didn't do anything else, my money would have made me 16.58%. Not me going to work, not me clocking in for my business, nothing like that. My money would have made me 16.58%, right? And if you just stop there, you would be good, right? You would be 100% okay. But somebody drop extra in the chat. Somebody drop extra if you want me to give you a little extra sauce. I told you no sauce sold separately, right? So somebody drop extra in the chat real quick for me. I'm gonna show you something. So did you know this is all free? You can Google this, right, yourself. When you come to this webpage, you can see everything associated with this particular ETF. One of the first things you'll see when you scroll down, it's going to show you some of the top companies that are inside of this investment fund. These companies look familiar? Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Meta, Google, Berkshire Hathaway, that's Warren Buffett's fund, Eli Lilly, right? And just like Google, right? You know how you go to Google and you're searching for something? The first page of results is usually the top results, right? So as you can see, this has over 503 pages, it looks like, right? Which is all filled with different investments that are inside this fund. But it's safe to say that these are the heavy hitters. These are the ones that are probably carrying a lot of the weight inside this fund. So here's the bright idea that I had. I said, I wonder what would happen if I own this whole index fund, i.e. I own the mall, but I also said I want to own a few of the stores outside of the mall too. Even though I own the mall, I still want to have me my own Apple store. I still want to have me my own Microsoft store. Y'all seen it before. Y'all been to the strip malls and Apple has a little standalone store. You might see Apple in the mall, but you also might see it on its own. I wanted to build my portfolio the same way. And look what happened when I did that. I'm going to show y'all. All right. I'm going to show y'all what happened when I did that. What happened when I did that is I was able to outperform the market by a long shot, right? So as you can see, this is all verifiable information. George's personal account, right? And you can see VOO, what I just showed y'all, which is a great index fund, by the way. Berkshire Hathaway, which is Uncle Warren Buffett's fund, and a few other popular ETFs and index funds. But why has George been able to absolutely crush them? Because I followed that strategy. I say, you know what? I want to own the mall. I want to see what are the top performing stores in the mall. I want to own a few of those outside of the mall. And as a result, I get to benefit from higher returns. And if you just did that, you would be doing better than most of the people online talking about investing. Okay. But again, I'm extra. So y'all mind if I kind of take it a little step further? Is that okay with y'all? So I can really make sure y'all understand and grasp this concept so y'all can retire faster. Is that cool? Because I think I've already dispelled the myth that it's about age, right? It's clearly about assets and being a good steward over your resources. I've already showed you that it is possible to get better returns, right, than the average investor, right? But let's take it a step further and show you how you can invest the same dollar 3 different times, right? When I was growing up, you know, we all used to have chips. Let me know your favorite chips you used to eat growing up in the comments. What were your favorite chips? I really love Pringles. But whenever my mom would make something that would have like a dip, right, I would always want to go back and, you know, dip it again because it was fire. She's like, George, you can't double dip. That's Jeremy. And that always didn't sit right with me. You mean to tell me I gotta finish the rest of this dry chip just because you don't want me to dip it back in the sauce? That's crazy, right? But here's the good news with investing. Not only can you double dip, but you can triple dip. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. But in order to do so, you have to understand this concept. You have to unlearn another thing, right? You have to unlearn that debt is bad, right? Debt is not bad. What debt is bad when you are using it to buy liabilities. But imagine a world where I'm able to get money, right, that is not mine, borrow it at a small interest rate, and then use it to buy investments that are going to have a greater return than the cost of the money that I borrow, right? So debt is when you spend money on something that you can't afford and you end up paying back more money in interest than you originally spent. Leverage is when you use borrowed money for an investment and the expected profits are greater than the interest payable. This is one of the cheat codes to supercharging your ability to build wealth when done properly, right? So Carter showed y'all how to get back $30,000 in a tax refund, right? So what I said was, I don't know how much money they got in their bank account. I don't know how much money they got in their investment account. I just want to show them how to do something with that 30,000. I know they're going to be able to get back, right? So if you invested $30,000 into the investment portfolio using the strategy I just taught you, did you know that these investment institutions will give you a line of credit up to 50% of the value of your account, right? But there's a key distinction I want you to understand. There's a difference between borrowing from your investment account and borrowing against your investment account. Borrowing from something means I have the original value, in this example, 30,000. I withdraw 15,000. I got $15,000 left, and I got to pay interest on the $15,000 I borrowed. Borrowing against the value of something means I have 30,000 invested. They see that I have this collateral. They say, hey, look, you can keep that. Let it do its thing. I'm going to give you a line of credit based upon the value that you have, completely separate from that. So your 30,000 is still invested. Now you got $15,000, and you just got to pay me some interest on the $15,000 for as long as you have it outstanding, right? That's borrowing against it. Now, this is very important, because what this means is now you have an investment account that gets to grow uninterrupted, and you got access to money that you ordinarily wouldn't have access to, i.e. a line of credit to go make another investment. The issue is most people take that money and they go buy liabilities, but we're not going to do that, right? We're going to become our own bank. No credit check, no application. We are literally going to leverage the money to become our own bank. And it shouldn't be a foreign concept to you conceptually, right? Because you ever heard of a home equity line of credit? Why are they willing to give you a line of credit? Because they see that you have a house that's valued at a certain dollar amount. If they can see you have an investment account valued at a certain dollar amount, of course they'll give you a line of credit, because most people are bad with money. And that means now that they're gonna get interest on that money over and over and over again, right? But not you, because you learn something different. Somebody say different in the chat. Now, again, success loves receipts. So I just want to show you guys this so you know this isn't just something I'm making up in theory or sounds good and it's just conceptual, right? As you can see, this is one of my investment accounts, and it gives me a total borrowing power of about $206,000, right? And right now, my interest rate is 7.25%. As you can see, here are the payments that I had to make back on a monthly basis, right? But why would I'm gonna tell you why I don't care about that 7.25%. Just remember that number, 7.25% of interest to get access to is $132,000 that I use. Now I'm gonna show you why I don't care. Why would I care about 7.25% when this investment portfolio, leveraging the Burger King investment strategy that I just taught y'all, y'all see some of these companies that we just talked about, right? Make me 65.83%. Why would I care about 7.25%? Most people will tell you to buy low and sell high. I want to say buy low and sell never. How can we create generational wealth if we're not willing to keep investments for at least a generation, right? We just didn't know that there was a strategy that said, oh, wait, you mean to tell me I can have my investments, they can keep growing, and I can get access to more money to be able to buy more investments? That's crazy. And I was just curious, right? Because again, I like to just understand what options I have. Somebody say options in the chat. And I was kind of interested in buying a Tesla last year. I didn't end up buying it because I'm interested in a different car, and I'll have to stay tuned to see what that car is. But I was just curious. I knew I owned some Tesla stock. I was like, how much has my Tesla stock grown to? And I said, well, I'll be doggone. You mean to tell me that Tesla can buy me a Tesla? That's crazy. So remember, I'm telling y'all, it's not that you can't get the stuff that you want. It's just that you got to put the money in the right place in the first place. We got to put the money in the investment accounts, let the investment accounts do the work, so that our investments can do the work and our investments can pay for the stuff, so we don't have to. Because guess what? Your investments don't get tired. They wake up every single day, right? The best CEOs in the world work for me. Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, he works for me. You know why? Because every time Apple performs and does well, guess who gets paid? I do. And I didn't even know their payroll. I'm an investor. Every time the CEO of Amazon does well, guess what happens? I get paid. Every time the CEO of Tesla, Elon be on some weird stuff sometimes, but when he act right, I get paid, right? And that, my friends, is the power of uninterrupted interest. I'm a visual learner, so I'm just going to really make sure y'all understand. So what does this look like on a very simple level? Number one, you have to have money invested. That's the prerequisite. When you have assets, that gives you collateral. And because you have that collateral, you can borrow against it and get cash money, and then use that money to go buy more investments so that you can supercharge your wealth building. And that's why I was able to make this investment, right? I didn't sell my stocks. I borrowed against the value of my stocks to buy this investment. So let's walk through an example real quick, right? So you can do the same thing. Step one, we're going to use that $15,000 line of credit that you can get against your portfolio, right? Using the Burger King investment strategy. And that's going to allow you to buy a property for about $430,000, right? So when you do like an FHA loan. Now, step two, after expenses, this property, give or take, depending upon markets and interest rates, will probably generate about $1,200 a month in net positive cash flow, which is about $14,400 a year that you can reinvest back into your portfolio, right? Now, if you're just really scared today, like George, I know what you're saying, bro, but I don't like owing nobody nothing. Well, guess what? In just year one alone, you were only $600 shy of being able to pay back the full $15,000 that you borrow while still now being able to generate that cash flow free and clear year over year over year. Not to mention you now own and control another asset on top of your investment account, right? And then you just rinse and repeat that until you hit your financial freedom target. Is it starting to make sense why this strategy will allow you to retire faster than the average person who just put money in a retirement account and wait until age 65, right? Because why? Why is that possible? Because step one, you're going to invest in the stock market following the strategy I just taught you. Step two, you're going to borrow against the value of that portfolio because now you have collateral. And in step three, you're going to use that to purchase cash flow producing investments. And then step four, you're going to reinvest that cash flow back into your portfolio because that's your new bank account, right? Why would I go put the money in my other bank account when I can't borrow against that? I'm gonna put it back in my portfolio minus whatever little interest payments I got to make, right? And then my portfolio is gonna grow again, right? That money's gonna compound, and I can keep doing this process over and over and over again. Now, Carter, at the end of his presentation, he veered in my lane a little bit, and I don't know how I felt about that, right? He said, he talked about investing. I said, well, Carter, you're supposed to be talking about taxes. I said, you know what? Let me get in your lane a little bit and talk just a little bit about how the IRS really is on your team when it comes to taking advantage of these strategies. So when you buy that rental property that I just talked about, right, you will be able to take advantage of something called depreciation, but you can advance that depreciation all in the first year. So that $14,400 in income that you got that you normally have to pay taxes on, the IRS is going to allow you to be able to wipe out that income because of the depreciation, i.e. paper loss that you'll be able to take to offset that income that you just made from the property. So now you don't have to pay any taxes on the new investment that you just got on money that wasn't even yours because you borrowed against your original portfolio. But here's where it gets real spicy. Then I'm gonna wrap this thing up, right? Remember that original portfolio you had? Guess what? The IRS does not count loans as income. So when you borrow that $15,000, right, against the value of your portfolio, that is not a taxable event. Normally, when you sell your investments, you have to pay capital gains tax. When you borrow against your investments, you don't have to pay anything. This is the closest thing to legal money laundering I've ever seen in my life. Not to mention, the IRS is going to give you a deduction on the loan interest that you pay. I might got to walk off screen. This is getting too crazy.
Hey, man, chill out, man. Hey, chill out, man.
Listen, I'm going to wrap this thing up, y'all, because I know y'all got to get out of here. Rich people do the right things. I believe y'all are some smart individuals. You're going to grow and build 6-7 figure enterprises if you don't have one already. But wealthy people own the right things, right? Wealthy people know that my money works for me. Wealthy people know that riches is measured in money, but wealth is measured in time. And that's my time, y'all.
Hey, man, I don't know what you got going on over there, man. But like, I need you to slow down, Turbo. Jesus Christ. Hey, look, y'all. Can I get some fire emojis if my brother just went absolutely crazy? Like, remember at the beginning of class when I told y'all that this wasn't gonna be one of them, we act like we gonna teach y'all something, then we try to sell y'all. Like, have we kept our promise? That y'all gonna actually learn something today? That this ain't gonna be one of them other classes that you've been to? Y'all gonna actually learn something today? Okay, cool. Now, how many of y'all like wish y'all had this access to this information a long time ago? Like, how many of y'all wish I had information 5 years ago, 10 years ago? How much different would your life be today if you had this information 10 years ago? Well, like the best time to learn it was 10 years ago, but the next best time to learn it is right now. Now stands for no opportunity wasted. And yeah, the school system could have taught us this. Yeah, the school system kept this out of curriculum on purpose. But what are you going to do about it now? Right? And so, like, at the beginning, I told y'all we have an opportunity for y'all to continue learning with us at the end. How many of y'all are serious and not curious about continuing your journey to financial freedom? Like, just drop me in the chat. How many of y'all are serious after what y'all just learned? Like, bro, I need some more. Bro, this chat is
Facts.
absolutely insane. Okay, so we got some good news and we got some other news, right? The good news is me and George have worked together to create an opportunity for you all to continue learning. The other news is that we're only taking 50 people tonight, and there are about 700 people in this room right now. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to tell y'all about the opportunity so you can know if you want it or not. Then we're going to drop the link for those of you all to take advantage of it. Okay? That's cool? Okay, cool. So we'll talk about the opportunity, talk about how much it is. We'll drop the link, and the first 50 people is the first 50 people. Okay? So me and George were thinking because, like, y'all, we just taught y'all this much in 60 minutes, right? Like, so we were like, bro, how much can people learn from us if they had the opportunity to spend some more time with us? Like, somebody drop more in the chat. If you believe that if you spent more time with us, you would probably be able to learn more at the same time. Okay. So I asked George, I said, like, how long would you need to teach the advanced investing strategies that we like teach our clients? Like, how much time would you need to go into the step-by-step blueprint to help them invest and get to the next level?
I mean, minimum, and this is me like really doing everything I can to consolidate decades into days. I need a solid 2 days, maybe 2.5.
Two and a
All right,
half?
a solid two. Yeah, because
Okay.
this was just half of this is what 30 minutes. So
Yeah.
I need a good 2 days at least.
Okay. And if I'm gonna teach them the advanced strategies, like how to pay their kids from their business tax free, if I'm teaching the advanced strategies, like how to use a mega backdoor Roth IRA to invest $70,000 and not have to pay taxes on it, if I'm teaching the advanced strategies to how to write out their entire lifestyle, like I'm gonna need at least 2.5 days too, right?
Mm.
So this is what we did, y'all. This is what we did. So we created an environment for y'all to be able to spend not one, not two, not three, not four, but we created an environment where y'all gonna be able to spend 5 days with us virtually to get the step-by-step blueprint on how to build tax-free wealth. Like 5 days, just like y'all sat at home and watched this class. Y'all can sit at home and watch us virtually, and it's going to be August 26th through the 30th, 6 to 8 Eastern. And we're going to give you the step-by-step blueprint on how to save more taxes, how to get capital for your business, and how to multiply your money through investments. But not only that, because we're like, yeah, it would be cool if they got 5 days with us. But like, what if we also gave them the opportunity to access their personal tax and investing questions? Does any of y'all have personal tax and investing questions y'all won't answer? Cool.
Where
So
y'all can actually come off mute and we can hear it directly from y'all.
yeah, like we want to talk to y'all. So we're gonna give y'all not only 5 days of education, but y'all get daily Q&A every single day with me and George to answer your specific tax and investing questions. That's correct. Angel said, I'm in. Angel, but wait, it gets better. Can I give you the whole offer? I don't want to sell y'all short. Let me give you the whole offer, okay? We'll also give y'all temporary access to the recordings. Now, we do want y'all to be there live every single day. But if you happen to miss a day, you will have access to the recordings to rewatch a day that you missed. Now, I believe in giving extra. As you all can see, we gave extra sauce in this class, so we believe in giving more and giving extra. So what I want to do is I want to give you all a lifetime access to my business and corporation blueprint course as a bonus. This is just free. Lifetime access to our business and corporation blueprint course will teach you how to set up your LLC, S Corp, C Corp, and how to structure your business for financial success. And George, being the petty person that he is, he couldn't let me give the only bonus. So I'll let you.
Facts,
That's
right?
your
So
bonus, bro.
facts, right? So I know y'all just learned a little bit of something about investing. So I say, you know what? Let's keep the party going and let's give them my top dividend paying stocks so that now they can start having stocks that produce income in real time and appreciate in value.
I mean, if y'all want it. I mean, if y'all don't want it, you know, I can always remove it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, can it get any better, bro? And I see y'all asking for the link. We're going to drop the link in a second. But last thing I got to tell y'all is that the money that you're going to invest for this is tax deductible. Because remember, education as a business owner is tax deductible. All right, so I get all this. Now, how much is it? I told y'all at the beginning. I said, there's going to be an opportunity at the end for y'all to take advantage of this and work and continue learning from us. It's going to be a $2,000 investment, like, which I think is cheap because some of y'all have paid $2,000 for a course. And guess what? Y'all never got access to the source, right? Y'all are getting access to us and y'all are getting access to our information. So y'all get everything we just talked about plus the bonuses as well. But guys, can we bless y'all tonight? I'm about to drop the link. I'll drop it right now if y'all don't want us to bless y'all tonight, but I'm feeling it in my spirit. I got you, Tamika. I'm gonna drop the link, but can I bless you, Queen? If you don't want the blessing, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Y'all were phenomenal tonight. So we want to do something special. But the first 50 people that take the spot tonight, y'all not gonna have to pay $2,000. As a matter of fact, what if I told you the first 50 people that take advantage of this tonight won't even have to pay $1,500? What if I also told you, as because we love y'all so much, y'all not gonna have to pay $1,000? Come on, I got you. So those first 50 people that take action tonight, y'all gonna get all this for the low price of $397. Like, it don't even sound real how crazy this opportunity is. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna stop talking. Our team is gonna pause the chat, or we are gonna drop the link in the chat. The first 50 people, there's about 600 of y'all in the room right now. I need to stress this. The first 50 people, the price is going to show $397. After the first 50 people spots are gone, it's going to go back. The price is going to show $19.97. We set it to stop at 50 tickets for $397. So if you're serious and not curious about continuing your journey to financial freedom and you want to get it at a crazy steal, click the link, grab your spot, and join us. Like, this is a absolute no-brainer, in my opinion. That's just me.
Absolute no-brainer. And y'all, here's the thing. Like, the reason why we like set it up this way is because, like, I know y'all, how many of y'all bought courses, you got excited, and then life, and the course is on the shelf. You never logged into the course, right? Like, how many of y'all dropped me if that's ever happened to y'all, right? Like, we wanted to give y'all 5 days of live access to the source, the people who created the information, the people who are advising their clients on this in real time right now, right? That's why we do this. Because at the end of the day, if our goal is to actually help people get results and not just sell some digital information that you're not going to do nothing with, we got to do something different, right? It's the reason. Oh yeah, somebody asked earlier today, they said they were curious about the awards behind me. They were like, what's that about? Well, I'm gonna tell you, right? So a couple weeks ago, we had an event in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was a wealth award show. It's never been done before. It's a wealth award show, right? Where we celebrate our peers who are other financial thought leaders, but most importantly, we celebrate our clients who have achieved various milestones in their net worth. This right here, 100,000. This right here, 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 500,000, right? And we learned, and I learned on stage, I wanted my team to surprise us, that in the first 5 months of the year,
Talk
our
about
clients have improved their net worth collectively by $100 million. And that doesn't happen from going through a course on your own without being led from an expert. So here's what we realized, right? We want to help a lot more people. And some of y'all are going to join us on this journey for 5 days. And you're going to get all the strategies, all the secrets that we teach our clients, right? And that way y'all can become one of those wealth builders as well. And at the end of that 5 days, y'all be like, you know what? I learned so much. Like, can y'all help me keep going? Can y'all help do this for me? Can I become one of y'all clients? Maybe. We'll see. But y'all got to become educated first. Y'all got to block out the noise from all the other creators online that's giving y'all this half-baked context, right? Just to sell you something, right? We gotta clear it out We got to spend some time. We call it a 5-day challenge because we challenging y'all to show up for yourselves, to show up for the legacy that you say you want to create. My son's name is Legend. You know what I realized? This is crazy. What I realized is that your legacy starts with one legend, right? That's where your legacy starts. So what I want y'all to do, I want to ask yourself, are y'all going to be the legend? Are y'all going to be the one that says, you know what, like everybody growing up, they got that one auntie or that friend, it's kind of like a cousin. You go over their house for the cookout and the house is crazy. Like, yo, whose crib is this? Right? Is that going to be you? I'm curious. Like I'm about to move to Dallas, Texas, and y'all see them houses on Dallas, and y'all see them how the houses are in Dallas, right? I'm gonna be aunt. I'm gonna be that uncle, right? When they come to the crib and they're like, yo, like whose house is this? And I don't say that to brag. I don't say that to flex. I say that to everybody's in this room right now. That y'all have the same opportunity, whatever your vision is, whatever it is, but it starts with you understanding how this game is played. That's where it starts. Let's play the game, folks, at the highest level.
Let's play the game because like y'all, we gotta stop living life on the sidelines and watching everybody else play the game. Like you can't win the game if you're not even on the field. And us in this 5-day challenge is you putting that first step into the game of financial freedom. You putting the first step into the game of financial independence. We can't keep playing life on the sideline because if you're on the sideline, I guarantee you're gonna lose. And I'm telling you all this because I'm passionate about it because like, it's not, if you're in this room right now, it's not a coincidence. It is confirmation. You came to this room, you found us somehow, and you got in this room, you said, I need to learn about money, I need to learn about investing, I want to stop paying taxes, like, I need this information, and guess what? You prayed about it. Now, the only thing is, don't play about it. Like, we want to help you all. We want to help you get to the next level. Like the information is on us, but guess what? The execution is on you. I can't want this more than you want this. And DB said, how can I just become a client? This is how you become a client. You can't hire us outside of coming to this 5-day challenge because we only want to work with people who are educated. Let me educate you first. Can I help you save $20,000, $30,000? Okay, can you pay me $400 and I'll help you save $30,000? And then we can talk about hiring me with the money I just helped you get back from the IRS. Can we do that first?
Right.
Can we do that?
And on top of that, brother, like we're not like the other people on the internet. We have credentials and there's credibility and responsibility that come with that. And we have real services in our firm, right? So like there's only a limited amount of people that we can serve anyway. So the way it's gonna go is we're gonna educate because we still care and want to impact people. We're gonna educate the crap out of y'all, right? So that when our doors close for however many people we are able to serve, if we decide to take on any new clients after the 5-day challenge, right? And we take the people that we can take. Guess what? The people who we can't take still got the strategies, right? Because we care, right? So that's why we want to make sure that y'all can't walk away saying, man, George and Carter, man, they say they want to help people, but like, dang, like if you ain't one of their clients, it's like it is what it is. Nah, it's not what it is, right? Y'all gonna get this sauce, and it ain't. Listen, I'm telling y'all, and y'all gonna walk away winning one way or the other.
Can I just show them some receipts?
Oh, please do.
Yeah, I believe we in the year of receipts because there's so much noise on the internet. So I just want to show y'all. And for those of y'all that saying the link is not working, it's probably friends. Did we sell out already? Because somebody said the link is not working. If we sold out, then that's just is what it is.
She said 6 left now. It must be a lot of people trying to get it at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
6 left. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna show y'all just a quick result. Okay, so somebody like, do y'all actually help people get results? So these are legit screenshots. We showed y'all my tax return earlier. So this is a screenshot from one of our clients. And can somebody on the left help me understand what that refund says on the screen? I can zoom in for y'all if y'all can't see it. But it says a refund amount on the left side of the screen. And I'm not sure I can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in for y'all. Can I zoom in? I zoomed in the chat.
And by refund, you mean that's what they got back? Like that's what Uncle Sam.
Yeah, that's the money that Uncle Sam gave him back. Wow. Y'all can see it now. Oh, 77,000. Like, how much different would your life be if we looked at your business? Oh, okay, you just missed this, this, and this, and now the IRS owe you some money, and you look up to $77,000. Would that change the trajectory of anybody's life in this room?
I'm pretty
no,
sure it would.
maybe so. And G, I'll get off my hours. I'll let you talk about because I honestly think this is more impressive because this was in a day. So I'll let you
Yeah.
explain.
So one of our clients was blowing us up. Was like, yo, we thinking, what's wrong? Is the market on? Like, what's going on? They're like, yo, is this me? My money made me $10,000, almost $11,000 in a single day. I was at work the whole day, and my money made more than I did at work. They couldn't believe it. Eyes were unlocked for like once you see it, you can't unsee it. I'm gonna tell you something interesting about the human body. Do you know the brain is the only organ that does not have its own disposal system? What does that mean? That means once you see something, you cannot unsee it. So everybody that's still in this room right now, you can't unsee the fact that the IRS is giving people back $77,000 when you know the right tax codes. You can't unsee the fact that while you sleep and your money can make you 10, almost $11,000, right? You can't unsee that. And now you got to decide what you're going to do with it. Because at the end of the day, some of y'all in some group chats right now, everybody's keeping you updated on who won a 100-meter dash, who's winning the basketball game on the Olympics. And all that stuff is interesting too. I'm rooting for it as well. But you know what the stats I'm more interested in right now? My net worth. You know the stats I'm more interested in right now? My investment account. You know the stats I'm more interested in right now? Right? Like, that's what I care about. And some of y'all been in the group chats that are telling y'all about everything else, but the plays that you need to be making to start winning the game of wealth. Right? It's a contact sport. It's time to put on your uniform. Like, let's go. We got 5 days. We got to lock in. We got to strap up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if y'all ready, if you come on. Because look, we gonna be there, okay? And we want as many people in that party as possible. You feel me?
Hey, look, bro. You in a different bag right now. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna text you later. Y'all do us a favor because speaking about celebration, right? We believe obviously we got our net worth milestones because we believe in celebrating people for building wealth. And what I want to do right now, I want to celebrate y'all who took action tonight and got your spot. Can you do me a favor, y'all? Drop in the room in the chat if you got your spot, because we get celebrated for everything else. We get celebrated for buying the Gucci bag, the Louis Vuitton belt, buying the new car. We get celebrated for all the things that really don't matter. But when is the last time you got celebrated for making a decision that changes the trajectory of your life and your family's life forever? Right? Sherrod said, got my spot. Tamika said, got my spot. Jacqueline, I see you. George, I see you. The other George, obviously. Mia, let's go. I'm in there. Like, look at all these curse breakers, right? Like, look at all these people that took a step in the right direction for them and their families. I have a quote that I live by, and that is that generational curses ran in my family until they ran into me. Like, how many curse breakers do we have in this room? The team just we got one spot left. Like, who's gonna be that curse breaker for their family to get the information to change everybody's situation around them? Because one of the things my mentor told me, he said, Carter, you may have not come from a wealthy family, so make sure a wealthy family comes from you. I need y'all manifesting that right quick. Like, you may have not come from a wealthy family, but may a wealthy family come from you. And like George said earlier, it only takes one legend to build a legacy. My question is that legend going to be you?
Big facts.
Are you going to say, man, one day I'm going to join it, one day I'm going to get in the room, one day I'm going to learn this? Or are you going to say, today is day one? Can't be both. You're either a one-day person or you're a day one person. Who are you going to be tonight?
That's real. That's
answer
real.
that.
Hey, listen, only person that can answer that question is you. And here's the thing, like, some of y'all actually have done good in life, right? You got a good business, you got a good job, and you made the money, right? Like, you made the money. But now it's time to figure out, well, how do I minimize these unnecessary taxes that I'm paying, right? And how do I maximize the money to have it work for me? Making the money is not enough. It's a great first step, right? It's a great first step. But now it's time to minimize those taxes and multiply that money so that you can live your life on your own terms, right? Like for me, like my North Star is I don't ever want my son to have to look past the front porch for motivation, right? He don't got to look at an athlete or an entertainer or none of that. All he got to do is say, my dad did that. Like that's cool, that's cute and all, but like my dad did that. And that's my North Star. I don't know what yours is. Maybe it's your kid. Maybe it's a parent that you want to help. I don't know. All I know is your why got to be bigger than you, right? Because if it's only as big as like if you say stuff, if I could just have enough to do X, Y, and Z, it ain't big enough, right? Let me know in the comments. I mean, we family, right? Let me know in the comments who are you doing it for? Why are you here? Because you're still here at 8:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why are you here? Who are you doing it for? Why does this matter? Right? Why can't you like who loses if you don't do it? That's the question you really need to ask. Who loses if you don't win? Right? That's the question you got to ask. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I know that all of us didn't come from money and we got to reach back and give our parents, some money and we got to like a lot is on our shoulders but heavy is the head that wears the crown. Right? And we trying to give you the tools so that you can put some jewels on that thing. You got to wear the crown anyway. You got to wear it anyway. It's going to be heavy.
Hey, get out of here, man. I'm done with you. Get up out of here, man. Get up out of here. Jesus Christ.
I just want my people to win.
Golly.
I just want my people to win at the highest level, man. And I'm excited for those who are those who are joining us. We're going to over deliver. I can promise you that. This is what we did in 30 minutes each, which was a struggle, right? To cram this much information. So I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. And I want to do this class is so fire. This is what I want to do for y'all. So as another bonus for all the people that took advantage of the opportunity, because we don't send out recordings to our live classes, as you see why it's so much value. We want y'all to be here live. Everybody that took advantage of the opportunity tonight, we're going to give you all a copy of this recording so that y'all can have forever. Because I know some of y'all it don't start for the challenge don't start for a few weeks. Like I want to run that back. So everybody took advantage of the opportunity. I'm going to have our team make sure they get you all this recording. You got access to it, and you can watch as many times you want to leading up into the challenge. So Martha just said I'm in. I guess that push. And Martha said the recording is the last thing I needed for you to push me over the edge. Yeah, that's just again another testament to y'all because again we're here to help you all win. We're here to help you all get to the next level. We're here to be that guiding light for you all and your families so that we can get the financial freedom that we deserve, even though the education system tried to keep this from us on purpose. If y'all don't think it was on purpose, it was on purpose. But wait until they get a load of us, okay? Wait till you get a load of me.
Wait till you get a load of me. Love it.
Got you. So we got some giveaway winners to announce. Let's do it. So we got 2 people that we owe $250. I mean, first of all, before we go, everybody's a winner. Can we just
everybody's a winner?
Everybody won tonight. Unless you're not here when we call your name, then you played yourself.
There's a different award you get.
Yeah. So giveaway winner number 1, who was just phenomenal in the chat and was lit. I've seen this person a lot. Taisha Shank, are you still in the building? Taisha Shank, are you still in the building?
Let us know in the comments if you're still here.
Congratulate. And I love see people congratulate. See, I love this room was different, man. This room, y'all are winners because y'all understand when somebody around you is getting blessed, that means that blessings are in the vicinity. It's only a matter of time. George, you can ask the next person.
All right, next winner, we got Trey Davis. Trey Davis in the building. Say I'm here in the comments if you hear.
Big Trey was lit. I hope Trey here.
Well, let me see. I saw somebody say
Trey,
he's here. He's here.
I was about to say, Trey, don't do it, brother. Don't play yourself, please.
Awesome. So our team our team, message our teams, and they're gonna make sure they get your information so we can send you your 250 to jumpstart your investment journey. You just recouped mostly your ticket cost if you are in the room with us, which I assume you are if you're still here. So man, I'm excited, y'all. This gonna be one of those ones. Just so y'all know.
It's gonna be one of those.
One of those.
So, guys, so we're actually gonna stay in there. So if you have any questions that we didn't get to answer about the opportunity, about the challenge, about continuing tapping in with us, or your card didn't work or whatever, like our team is gonna stay in here for about another 30 minutes answering questions. So if you have questions, you didn't get your welcome email or whatever happened, or stay in the room for a second. Our team is gonna come on and answer questions for the next couple minutes, and then yeah.
Somebody said, "What's the YouTube page?" Team, can you drop the link to YouTube? Somebody said, "What the YouTube page?"
Yeah, Trey said he's taking that 250 and using it to buy his ticket. Hey, all right, Trey, that's a smart man right there.
Smart man.
Yeah. France, how you doing?
We can't hear you for some reason.
I can't
You're not on mute though.
Yeah, something wrong. Nah. So you might have to leave out and come back in because your volume. I think you might have to connect your audio to. Yeah, and that's what you get for talking about me. So we will stay in here for a few moments until you're able to get your thing handled. Yeah. So yeah, all the people in the chat that didn't get like any of the information, don't worry. Our team is gonna be there to be here to answer any questions, make sure I can take care of. And then once you get your welcome email and sign in, we'll get you over the recording for this. And guys, like it's gonna be amazing. Like I promise you, y'all are gonna learn more in 5 days than you did in the last 5 years.
Facts.
And I give y'all my word. Like, yeah, that's real talk. Because y'all just didn't have access to the information. And now y'all have access to information, have access to the courses and access to the sources, the people that can actually provide. So congratulations in advance for your life-changing forever.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. So as France comes back in this room, I'll let her connect her audio. And Dan said life-changing, absolutely.
Somebody said I was in college for the last 5 years or so. That's a big promise to me. I'm excited.
Okay. Hey, look, that's easy work.
Easy.
Trust me. Like one thing about us, only thing you can take from me is notes. Okay. Because the bag is heavy.
It's heavy and it's deep.
Yeah. Only thing you can take from me is notes, y'all. But no, in all seriousness, we are super excited. And congratulations to y'all for taking that step. We know it's a lot of noise on the internet, and it's really hard to decipher who's serious and who's not. So thank y'all for trusting us, number one, with your time. And thank y'all for trusting us with y'all investment. We don't take it lightly, and we are gonna make this one of the best investments you've ever made.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So, France, are you good now?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you live and clear.
Perfect. Carter, can you give me the
Nope,
host?
I ain't giving you no. I ain't giving you. Okay.
I will prepare your clothes next time. Next
Okay.
week. I'll help you choose.
Come and dress like this, and you didn't. But no, seriously.
All right. Bye, you guys. I will now handle the room. Good night.
Awesome.
Peace.
One moment. Let me just did he give me the goals? Okay, perfect. Hi everyone. So my name is Franz and I am Carter and George's assistant. So if you have any question in the chat, about the challenge, please drop it in the chat so that I can answer them all for you. One moment. Let me just get it. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jerilyn. Hi, Acharo. So Angel says, when is the next class? So Angel, unfortunately, I don't know when will the next class be? So I would suggest for you to follow Carter and George on Instagram so that they would know when will the next class be. All right. And wow, so this is a good question. And Chang just asked a question. Is there any VJ helping? Yes, and Shang, just so you guys know, VJ is one of our team member. So VJ is one of our enrollment specialists. If you're receiving text message or calls from the from the name from the guy named VJ, VJ is our team member. VJ is not a scammer. So please answer those calls because VJ will try to help you all and assist you all with everything you need. So Marites says, "Hi friends, kamusta?" Hi Marites. So are you Filipina as well? Okay lang ako. So if there are any Filipina people here, you would understand what I just said. All right. So Tamia says, what's the IG names? All right. So my teammate Lee, Lang, and Pat will drop George's Instagram account and Carter's Instagram account. All right. So Sharon says, I already have a financial advisor that is building wealth for me. What can I get from this course? So Sharon, we're not just teaching about I mean, this program is not just having a financial advisor. There are a lot of things we are covering all throughout the 5-day challenge. We are teaching people, of course, how to live life tax free. We're also teaching people about personal credit and business credit, which with a surprise coach. So it's not just about financial advisor. Hi, Francis. I received my confirmation email. Will you send a link for the Zoom classes and also how they get recording for today's meeting? Good question, Julie. So once you receive your welcome email, it will ask you to join the community, and in that community, that is where you will see all the announcement, including the Zoom links and all the freebies and all the recordings. So go back to your welcome email, look for the confirmation link again, and look for the link wherein it says join the community, because that is where we normally post out announcement. All right. So Rasa says, if I have a conflict with those dates, will there be a different date for the class? Rasa, unfortunately not. It is already August, and we can only do one more challenge for this year because there will be a lot of like in-person events that they'll be happening this year. So unfortunately, this will be our last 5-day challenge. So Marvis says, can you send their Instagram to me too? I think I already follow, not sure. Sure. So Marvis, the Instagram handle are below. All right. So any more questions, guys, about the 5-day challenge? Please let me know so that I can answer them all for you. So Jessie says, hi friends, I was not able to attend all of the days from the last 5-day series. Could I attend this 5-day, Jessie? I would suggest for you to email our customer support team so that we can check on your ticket and see what we can do. All right. Our customer support team's email is in the chat. They just drop it for you. So we have a very a very great customer service support that is always open 24/7. So we have a very good customer support team. All right. So Zizi says, how do I prepare for the 5-day challenge? One thing that I will require you to do, Zizi, is to join our school community, because that is where we normally announce or put or drop all the informations about the 5-day challenge. So also that is also the place where we can assist you if ever you need help. So Emily says, are there any spots left, VIP or general? So Emily, I am not sure. Lee, can you drop the link? Earlier, I know we sold out, but if ever, I would ask my teammate to drop the link again and see if you can still purchase. So at a discounted price, because normally we will ask, or we will need to ask our ops team to change the pricing, but try clicking the link and try to purchase. and see if you'll be able to still purchase it for the discounted price or 397. So Charles says, I don't think I received an email or invoice after signing up. How can I reach out to make sure I put my email in correctly? So Charles, I would suggest for you to email our customer support team. So our customer support team's email are in the chat. So please save that email and email them right away so that we can check if you put in your email correctly, or if there's any error, we can assist you. All right, Taisha says, I just emailed you 100% Taisha. We're just finishing this webinar, and after that, we will assist you with the price. Uh, all right. So Ashara says, I just joined that. Congratulations, Ashara. So Faith says, will there be a replay? Yes, Faith. So there'll be a replay for those people who purchased the VIP, and it will be uploaded in our school community account. All right. So Emily says, thank you. Thank you to Emily. One moment. Let me just get in this. Um, let me get. All right. So Charles says, is this tax deductible 100% charged? It is tax deductible. So Brick says that to the replay thing, I know they said that they they would have the recording offer everybody here tonight. Will they send it in that email? So Brooks, all right, let me just share my screen with you so that you will see how it looks like. One moment.